Hello, everyone. I forgot to close my bathroom door again, so it looks kind of dark in here. I'm probably going to wake up my grandson also. But anyway, so did you see or hear somebody won the Mega Million jackpot finally? Golly gee, I would love to win something like that sometime. Wouldn't even have to be that like this one. I think the cash option was $315 million. Could you imagine winning one that big? Feel like even just winning like the 20 million, which would have probably a cash option of 17 or 16 million or something. That would be so awesome. It would totally transform my life from what it is now into something completely and totally different, and the lives of those that I love and care about. But what I'm really here to talk about, of course, is the season premiere of season 6 of The Masked Singer. Did y'all see that? I'm sure you did. But so I feel like there was one season before where they did this. They had 2 eliminations on the first episode. The panel was like, "Oh my gosh, what?" And I'm like, I'm pretty sure they did that before. I've already woke Joey up, but anyway, he'll be content for a little while at least. I could turn the TV on so he can see me over there again. I'm going to do that real quick, and he should be able to see me. But anyway, so yeah, the panel, of course, is still Robin Thicke, Nicole Scherzinger, Jenny McCarthy Wahlberg, and Ken Jeong. And I am not going to tell on this video which characters were eliminated or who they were. There's another episode tonight, and I'm going to try to decide. Comment, let me know what you think about this. Make sure you subscribe, like my videos. Feel free to comment, share on social media, let your friends know. But I'm trying to decide whether I want to tell which characters were revealed on the video that I will do Friday for the Thursday night premiere episode, or if I want to wait and maybe do a video about that on like Saturday or Sunday, because I know not everyone gets the opportunity to watch it when it's on or shortly after. But so I did not write down all of the clues. Of course, I'm watching my grandson, and I was holding him part of the time whenever I was watching it. We were watching together, and the characters this season are just so spectacular. The ones that were on the first episode. My sister told me what the characters were before I watched this episode. I asked her, so what I did with my phone. I don't remember some of the ones that were actually on the first episode being like, I don't recall her telling me that they were going to be on there. So that was a good surprise. Okay, so the ones that she told me are going to be on there from the sneak peek, which I still have not managed to find. I watched the extras on Hulu. There were some small things, most of them about 10 seconds long, the longest one being like 1 minute and 51 seconds, I think, which was Alan Thicke kind of walking us through it. But yeah, I still haven't been able to find the actual sneak peek. So some of the characters are going to be a giant baby, which comes close to the Cupid doll, which I might have already seen that they were going to have a baby. I said it seemed like there were, I think I said anyway, when I did my Mystery Mondays one, that it seemed like maybe there was going to be a baby on there, but I'd like to see an actual Cupid doll. But there is a caterpillar, which is going to be really, really awesome, the costume. There's a hamster, a Queen of Hearts, which it's a heart with a crown on it, basically. It's pretty interesting looking. And a bull dressed as a matador were the ones that she told me. So apparently she probably just didn't remember them all, because she did also say that she should have written them down. But so the ones that were on the premiere episode, the first premiere episode, was Skunk, which was a beautiful costume. Of course, like I said, I thought they were all really cool. The second one that was on there was Octopus, which was really a really, really awesome outfit. And then there was Pufferfish. Once again, very beautiful, flowing outfit. I really love that one. And Mother Nature. There was a thing I did not like about Mother Nature's outfit. As a whole, it was really beautiful, real naturey, and I really liked that. But they didn't make the mouth where it moves at all. So it's like she's singing and her mouth is just And I'm like, you couldn't make it where it would be like at least a little bit. Like, maybe that would be too much of a giveaway as to who she is. I don't know. I did write some clues down on all of the ones on this episode, but not very many. And there are some that I will probably remember. I did my first impression guess. There were some that I had a second, maybe even a third thought on while they were performing or while I was thinking about the clues that they had given, but I don't know for sure. I'm not dead set on who any of them are. Of course, two of them have been revealed. One of the ones that they revealed on the first episode, they're not actually going to reveal who is. They told that character was revealed. Had the second lowest amount of people voting that one was their favorite. They told that one's going to be revealed, but they're not actually going to show the unmasking until, I'm guessing, the first of the second episode, because anyway, they said tonight the second one will be revealed. So what I have that I noted, Skunk, there was a whole lot of pink in her information, and they're showing them in their bodysuits, which I don't recall them doing before. They talked to us like wearing their bodysuit, and I didn't really notice. I don't think I saw that part of Pufferfish's, but Skunk appears to be full chested, basically. So I was like, okay, so she's not someone that's flat chested. There was the letter D in her clues, which they took to mean that maybe she's a diva. I kind of took to possibly mean something else. And she said that she took time off to concentrate on her family recently, or however she said it, which made me go, well, maybe it's not this person. But who I am thinking for right now that Skunk is, I didn't think that she's saying as deep and wholeheartedly as she probably can. I felt like she was kind of holding back some, which is one of the deals. I'm like, why do the ones that can really, really sing do that? Because there was somebody that got sent home pretty early because of that one season. I can't recall right now who it was. But my thought right now for Skunk is Hillary Duff, with the D standing for Duff. Got it? Which could totally completely be wrong, and I don't know that she has really done a lot lately. It's been a while that I have known that she has really done anything, but that is my guess for right now. Of course, my original thought was Reese Witherspoon, because I was going to say Pretty in Pink, but like on Legally Blonde and stuff, she had all of the pink, and there was like a big pink bag, which kind of made me think either Paris Hilton or Reese Witherspoon. But I feel like the person is a little shorter, and Paris Hilton is not that endowed. And I don't know. I don't feel like it is Reese Witherspoon. I know she can sing, but I don't feel like it's her. So right now, for Skunk, I'm leaning toward Hillary Duff. Let me know what you think about that. Octopus was very tall. I'm like, it could be Snoop Dogg and trying not to sing in his Snoop Dogg voice. But he did lean toward being an athlete, in my opinion, partly because he said the number 8 is very important. For those who don't know, one of Kobe Bryant's numbers was number 8. He was number 8 and number 24. And a lot of people who are in the NBA find those numbers now to be severely important because they were Kobe's numbers. And of course, Kobe has passed. So some who have worn the numbers chose to retire those numbers in honor of him. But he's not, I sort of say he's not my guess. Of course, he's not my guess. That's terrible. But when they played him talking, his voice seemed real high pitched, which confused me. But I know they do the voice disguise to try and fool us. And he said he's a mama's boy. He chose to be on the show because it's his mom's favorite show. And I guessed Moses Malone for him, who is actually number 8. I forgot to write down which team he plays for. If any of you guys know who Moses Malone plays for, comment and let me know. And make sure you subscribe, of course. I've already said that, but it never hurts to say it again. So the third character that performed was Pufferfish, and I forgot I had been writing down the songs that they performed and who the actual singer of those songs are, and I didn't do that this time. But anyway, next was Pufferfish, and they showed a bunch of beakers and stuff like that, and she was talking about how she tried to do stuff, but she kept messing up and couldn't seem to get stuff right. And I'm going, okay, so this is like some kind of sciencey person. Automatically, my brain went to Bones, Emily Deschanel from Bones. My brain went there. This person appears to be relatively tall and slender. And as I said, this is the one that I didn't see in just her bodysuit. So I'm not real sure what her body style is from that, but she did appear to be tall and slender. And then so they showed a guitar. They showed her playing the guitar, and she said she was finally able to master something. I can't remember how she said it. But it made me, I was going, okay, so there's like the lady that played the guitar, and it's like she was going to do the guitar for Michael Jackson's tour. There are several female guitarists, but like, I feel like she is someone who, a multi-threat. I feel like she acts, she sings, she plays guitar. She does a lot of different stuff. Well, the guitar thing, I went, it was like Buns played guitar a couple of times or Emily Deschanel played guitar a couple of times on Bones, but I couldn't remember for sure. And I went, Abby Shudo plays the guitar. I don't know that Abby actually does, but Polly Purette, who plays for her, definitely plays the guitar. I believe she's in a band even. And so my guess is for my initial guess, of course, for Pufferfish was Emily Deschanel. She is 5'9", and she has taken guitar lessons. She did play the guitar some on Bones, I believe. I'm pretty sure that was what I saw online about her taking guitar lessons for that, and she continued to play the guitar. So that fits with her. And also Polly Purette, I keep saying her last name wrong, is 5'10", so there's like an inch difference in their height. They're both pretty tall. She plays the guitar, as I said. So it could possibly be either one of them, but I feel the body style actually probably more fits with Emily Deschanel than with Polly Purette. And the voice was softer, so I'm leaning more toward Emily Deschanel still, but I may change my mind on that. But I thought it was interesting whenever the panel, I keep trying to call them judges still, when the panel was talking about her, none of them even mentioned the science stuff. And I'm like, dude, there were like beakers everywhere and tubes and stuff. And like, she has something to do with science. And then the next one that performed was Mother Nature. I did not make a lot of notes on her. The thing that puzzled me the most about her, she had a medium-ish sized chest. She looked like she was possibly larger. Saying like more full-bodied, little wide in the hips, and she is shorter than Pufferfish, possibly about the same height as Skunk. It's kind of hard to tell, really, but not to be judging anyone on their body size or shape or anything, just that since they're showing them in the bodysuits, I'm trying to use that to kind of sort of gauge who the people are. And so I was like, a couple of people came to mind pretty much instantly that it could have been, right? Well, then, and somebody mentioned, I think, Janet Jackson for her. Alexa, does Janet Jackson have children?
I think you asked about Janet Jackson. What would you like to know?
Does she have children?
Janet Jackson has 3 children.
Okay, Alexa, stop. Anyway, so yeah, she has children, so it can't be her, but that might have been Skunk that they mentioned her for. I don't recall for sure. But yeah, she said um, she has always admired Mother Nature and nature itself, but she has never been a mom herself. So then it showed a picture of Wayne Brady, and she said that she chose to concentrate on the family she already has. Now, I was going to look up the Wayne Brady show and see who was possibly on there. And that made me think of the lady, and I was going to look up her name, and I never did. But the lady that plays for Mimi on the Drew Carey show, I was trying to remember. I'm pretty sure Wayne Brady was on the Drew Carey show. I know he was. They're both on Whose Line Is It Anyway? Um, but so yeah, when she said that she would stick with the family she already had, I was like, well, maybe it's someone from the Wayne Brady show that is on there with him, because they showed his picture. But the only person that I thought of that I asked about whether or not they had kids that I actually found out does not have any children of her own is Mary J. Blige. Um, so that was my initial guess, just based on the fact that she does not have kids. I feel like if it was Mary J. Blige, she would have sang a lot bigger, more pronounced. I should be able to think of what the song was that she sang. I was listening to it and I'm going, she's doing a really good job. And then a little ways into it, I was like, well, it's like there there are places where it seemed to me she should be doing more variations in the tones, or like it seemed more like, say she's singing a happy birthday, and instead of going happy birthday to you, she's going like happy birthday to you. You know what I'm saying? So it was like kind of like her tone wasn't changing a whole lot. And I'm like, I feel like if it was Mary J. Blige, she'd probably more be doing that. Now, she did in the song that she sang, there was a rap part in it, which was part of what made me go to Mary J. Blige. I was like, wait, maybe it's Mary J. Blige. Does she have kids? A man that she married had 2 children, but she herself, according to what I found on the internet, does not have children. So I was like, okay, so it could be her. Of course, there are other people it could be. It can't be Cardi B. She has a kid. But I was going like, does Missy Elliott have kids? Oh, there's someone else I know of that's a female that does rap in their music, but I can't think of. Of course, Gwen Stefani has kids. Alexa, does Missy Elliott have kids?
Missy Elliott's child is Jasmine Sullivan.
So yeah, Missy Elliott has kids. So see, I thought of whenever she was performing, I kept pausing the show and asking about different people, and I thought of like 7 or 8 people then before the Mary J. Blige came to me that I would ask about, thinking that it might be them. And she kept saying, this person has 5 kids, this person has 4 kids. And I'm like, no, never mind, never mind. Now, the body type for her and something else that she had said before she said the no kids part, I was going, perhaps this maybe is going to be J-Lo. And then, like I said, she's like, she doesn't have kids. And I was like, well, she has twins. So that's not J-Lo. Could be Jennifer Aniston, but the body type was all wrong. I'm trying to think of people that I know of, females that I know of that are connected to Wayne Brady. And honestly, I cannot think of any. It's so awful. Of course, any comedian, basically, you can probably connect to him. But I've not had any luck with doing that. So, and the last one that performed, which was my personal favorite, and one of the panel members, I think it was Nicole, made a comment about him. Oh, he's so nervous. He's afraid that maybe he's going to go home. And I was like, no way is he going home. Was bull. And if you have not seen his outfit, it is awesome. He's a bull that is dressed in a matador suit. He's got like the rings that bulls wear in their noses. He has, of course, one of those. And then on his horns, he also has those. It's really cool looking. I not only really like his outfit, I believe that he was the best performer and that he will be in the top three, my personal opinion. Um, so some of his clues, I put that he knows astronaut because it showed astronaut from The Masked Singer, which was Hunter Hayes. I have decided that's probably not what that clue meant. Um, he said he's from a small town. Well, actually, I believe he said, I grew up in a small town that's surrounded by cows. And my initial thought, based on the way he moved about the stage and his voice, was Ryan Tedder of One Republic, whom I have said several times, I'd love to see be on here, and I've guessed it for various people. And I'm like, the height looks about right, the the body type looks about right. To me, it sounds a lot like Ryan Tedder, but he was born, or I don't know that he was born there, but he pretty much grew up in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which I would not consider to be a small town, but it is surrounded by cows. That's what I kept telling myself. It is surrounded by cows. It's not a small town. The population is probably at least 400,000, if not more. I don't consider that to be a small town at all, but I don't know that he actually grew up in Tulsa. He could have grown up in one of the smaller towns that is on the outskirts of Tulsa, and people are just like, he's from Tulsa because that's easier because people know where it is. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it's Ryan Tedder. Could be because Hunter Hayes was on Songland on an episode that Ryan Tedder was on. So it could be. But he was my initial guess. He is my initial guess for Bull, but I don't think it's him. And my second guess for Bull was John Bon Jovi, which, as we know, is from New Jersey. I forgot the name of the town that he is from in New Jersey, but the population of that town is about 55,000. I'm like, it's kind of small, but not real small. Not what I think of when someone says a really small town, right? So there, it showed Coopersville on the map when he was talking about trying to make his way in Hollywood and trying to become something. I just realized I again am not thinking it's who I decided it was. Dang it. I might go back to Ryan Tedder. But anyway, there was the reference to a baseball town, which does not mean that he plays baseball, right? It could just mean that he could play baseball, but he was such a strong performer that I don't really think he does. But Coopersville, it showed on there, and Robin is like, it's a baseball town, so maybe a sports reference of some sort, right? And I'm going, it could be someone that owns a sports team. It could be, oh, that reminds me, there was someone I found last season, another person whose voice and moving around the stage made me think of was Adam Levine, but I don't think the body type is right for him. But it also showed a lion, and he was talking about, that was when he was talking about making things work for himself in Hollywood. And this is the reason that I'm like, okay, so who I decided it was Lance Bass, right? He said that he became his own boss. And so now I'm going, which Lance Bass did, but like he, in my opinion, already had things working with NSYNC, they were on Making the Band, of course, and he already had the deal with NSYNC that put him out there in the public for everyone to know and such. Though it seems like he did not do as well like Justin Timberlake and Joey Fatone, whenever the group broke up, were the two that did really, really well in Hollywood and still in the music industry. Lance Bass and JC Jobbins. I was going to say, I'm going to embarrass myself and say one from another group. I used to always get AJ and JC messed up, which group they were in. But yeah, he did have more trouble doing that. And as we know, he has paid his own way to try to go to the space station and stuff like that. So I don't even know for sure what it is that Lance Bass does now, but he could very well be his own boss. And Lance Bass is from Laurel, Mississippi, which has a population currently of about 15,000. So when he was growing up, which would have been, I'm going to say he's about 40 now. So about 40 years ago, it's possible that the population would have only been 10,000-ish or not even that much. Like my hometown, when I grew up there, the population was, I want to say, 2,700, 2,800. And now it's somewhere in the area of 5,400, I want to say. It's like almost doubled. So it's hard to know exactly how big it is, but he is from what I would consider to be a very small town, most likely surrounded by by animals. And the reason that I looked up where he lived was because of me still associating the astronaut with Hunter Hayes. Hunter Hayes is from Louisiana, and Britney Spears is from Louisiana. And I was like, well, wait, like Lance Bass was fairly close with Britney Spears. And I think that perhaps, possibly, maybe they're from about the same spot, you know? So then I looked it up and found out he's from Mississippi. You doing okay over there, Joey? He says, no. So anyway, those are my initial guesses. As I said, I'm not going to mention who got unmasked and or who they were just yet. But yes, I for right now think Skunk is Hillary Duff. I think Octopus is Moses Malone. And if you know who got unmasked already or whatever, please do not comment on that on this video just yet. Allow like 2 or 3 days so that people who have not had the chance to watch it yet get the chance to watch it before we go spoiling for them, which I know it's going to be all over the internet. Try to look up something about it. So even go and watch it. It's going to be like, this is who got revealed and this is who they were. And you're going to be like, no. But anyway, I think Pufferfish is Emily Deschanel, possibly Polly Pierrette. I think Mother Nature, I almost said it's Wayne Brady. That'd be funny. Anyway, I think Mother Nature is Mary J. Blige. And I think Bull is Lance Bass. I'm going to go ahead and go with him again. And I keep trying to think. I was trying to think. There was somebody that I thought might have been one of the characters last year that I ended up finding out owned a sports team. Was that Nick Lachey, though? Might have been. Anyway. That just made me think of something interesting. I am going to make a note here on Bull also for Drew Lachey. I do not know where they grew up at. But I am going to say possibly he could also be Drew Lachey because it seems like he has a connection to baseball, but I don't know for sure. But anyway, make sure you subscribe, like my videos. Feel free to comment. Let me know what you think about the videos. I got to go check on this little guy because he's getting all sorts of fussy over here. But anyway, until next time, no. Everyone have a good whatever time of night or day it is in your part of the world. Stay safe. Stay positive. And I am going to go ahead and throw in a until next time. Until next time, let those you love know that you love them and care about them.